got my stuff on. I got my stuff right in. I'm ready to go.
All right, and we're in. Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy Axel Guzman 107. Got the first podcast on my channel going. Got a few of some good, famous TikTokers in my book, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. We're gonna start with Nick and then go down. Go ahead, Nick.
My name is Nick Lee. You can follow my TikTok right here. You see my name right there. Yeah, let's get it.
You want to go first? Or...
I'll go.
I'll go last.
Hey, what's up? My name is Fear No One Lewis V, better known as FNO Lee V. Y'all can follow me on TikTok. Do what you want. It's all good. Just here to talk some good wrestling.
Yo, what's good? My name is Saul. I'm on TikTok and go follow me up and follow me on Instagram. And pretty much that's it, man.
All right, let's get into the first topic. We're gonna start it off quick so people. I know some people are gonna want to ask this question, and so let's just get it out.
All right.
Top 5 favorite wrestlers, personal.
Okay.
Not who you think is top 5 in general, just your personal top 5.
Okay.
So we're gonna start from the bottom. So
I can go first.
Bro. All right, yeah, go ahead.
Number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 2 is The Rock. Number 3, Eddie Guerrero. Number 4, Rey Mysterio. Number 5, John Cena.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's
Not bad.
I did top 5 heels and faces.
Eddie Guerrero was my favorite all times. Before Stone Cold and The Rock left, like, who could you not choose besides Eddie Guerrero?
I said it before, like, Eddie, as being Hispanic myself, like, Eddie, he's the reason I got into so much trouble because that lie, cheating, and steal book.
Right.
Let's just say I took it a little too. Let's just say I took that a little too much to heart. Let's just say that.
Oh man!
I'll go. I'll go.
Go ahead.
Next. So
top 5.
So my
top 5 favorite.
Personal favorite wrestlers. Number 1, I gotta go Eddie. Eddie, Hispanic myself.
For sure.
Grew up on that man. That man is a legend. Number 2, this might surprise a lot of people. I'm gonna go Evan Bourne. That's my second favorite. I love Evan Bourne.
He's a very underrated wrestler.
Everything.
Okay.
Matt Sydal, y'all need to check him out. Number 3.
Took the best RKO in the business.
Hell yeah. Number 3, you gotta go Cena. Cena's probably on everybody's top 5, whether you love him or hate him. Gotta go Cena. Number 4, John Morrison. Gotta go John. Very underrated. And number 5, I had a hard one, but definitely gonna go Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So let me guess.
He's gonna go to number 1. It's just longevity over these guys.
Yeah. Let me guess, Nick. All 5, all Edge.
I wish. Nah. All right. Number 1, Edge. Come on. Ultimate opportunity, lifetime world champion, 2-time Money in the Bank winner. He did all. Hall of Famer. John Cena, 15-time world champion. He did it all. Like, come on. Okay, this is gonna surprise a lot of people. Number 3, CM Punk.
Not bad.
The best wrestler in the world.
And I can give you this. Punk had the best mic skills. Right up there.
Oh, his promo.
Austin.
We cannot forget about the 2000.
Topic for next podcast.
We cannot forget about the 2011 promo that he did on John Cena, Vince McMahon, and Ring of Honor, and that promo was legit.
That pipe was phenomenal. I actually rewatched that.
Not that bad. I was a fan of AJ through TNA from Impact. That was how much he was pretty good. He was pretty up there with Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle. He did some good matches with them, and he did a good match with Sting.
The longest reigning WWE championship in the modern era.
Yep.
Number 4, Randy Orton.
Yes.
The legend killer.
The
14-time champ. He's an all still active. He's like the only one left And
One of the best heels in the company.
Woo, best heels. Last one. The Phenom, The Undertaker.
You
gotta
can't go
believe
wrong
the
with
Undertaker,
Taker, man.
He
You
got
gotta go wrong.
the greatest streak in WrestleMania history. The greatest. He's done it
And
all.
by far,
Done it all.
one of the best in the business. No matter who it is, it has to be The Undertaker.
The thing about
Loyal
Taker
to WWE.
is that he's one of those only guys that kept the same character for a long period of time and nobody got tired of it.
And he never turns back on WWE. He never did.
Never
You know
has.
what's crazy too?
He's literally a product of WWE and stayed loyal.
Even outside
That's
WWE, he's still in character. That's what's crazy about it.
The two people Vince carried, Undertaker and Kurt Angle. Those are the two people he wanted to be the best in the business. Those were the two people that he trusted the most.
All right. Yeah.
Like everybody.
That's some interesting list, bro. That's some. Yeah. All right. So you already know who's number one. If y'all know me, you already know who's number one. Jeff Hardy.
Jeff
For sure.
Now, this could surprise y'all. Maybe not. Maybe so. But on the who side am I on? Number 2 is Stone Cold, man.
Come on, man.
You can listen. I get The Rock and everything, but when Stone Cold had his chances to be funny, he killed it. The grocery store shit.
Oh my God.
When he was singing, when he was playing the guitar and he was singing
for that grocery store,
bro. Till this day, I don't care. It was real. I don't care. All those people was real. They was really buying.
It was real to
groceries.
me. It was real to me.
Number 3, I know him more for the doctor of thugonomics, John Cena.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
Listen, when my grandmother did buy me stuff from WWE, it was John Cena stuff, man. I had the belt buckle that was the spinner belt. Sure. It was ridiculous.
After Eddie passed away, it was John Cena all the time, bro. After Eddie passed, it was just, he was the reason why all of us are watching wrestling to this day.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for John Cena, we wouldn't be where we're at.
And that's the truth. That's literally the truth. Number 4.
Who's number 4 on your list, man?
The Legend Killer.
I knew you were gonna say it. I thought you were gonna say Edge, bro.
And
I thought you were gonna say
Edge.
Edge.
Good one.
Edge is on my top 10, but not top 5.
Right.
And then, of course, number 5.
Shawn Michaels.
Nope.
Ric Flair.
Triple H.
Listen, man, I thought this man was really dead his whole career. The Undertaker, man.
Yes.
Listen,
guys,
when people make their Mount Rushmores, I understand why you don't put the Undertaker, but you cannot take away that from when he was in the business, every WrestleMania he was a part of, you were watching WrestleMania because of his match. You were the streak, bro. You cannot tell me nobody cared about the streak.
I cared about the streak.
I cared about that.
The first match I watched to start the streak was The Undertaker versus Ric Flair.
Whew.
The first one I ever watched was Mark Henry and Undertaker in a casting match at WrestleMania 22. And I thought that was a very underrated match at WrestleMania 22.
It is. Listen, Mark Henry is one of those, we're going to love him when he's gone, and nobody's going to give him his flowers when he's here. But that man, listen.
Here's one. How is it that Mark Henry passed the torch to Keith Lee?
He also passed it to Biggie. I don't know if you saw Biggie's 24.
He was pretty good, yeah. And listen, I know we talked about this, Axel. You and I said this before. Those two are going to feud. Keith Lee and Biggie are going to feud, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest matches and the biggest rivals ever throughout this.
Definitely. But the thing with Keith Lee is, I don't know, these COVID issues, and they got to go, man. Like,
it's not only the COVID issues.
We need to limit this one.
Vince is starting to not see him as that top guy
again.
Yeah, true that.
But if you give him the right thing, like, I see him also as a Big E. Like, he has the muscle, he has the strength, but he has the comedy behind it. I just feel like he hasn't been put in the right positions.
True. Facts.
I want to say
Or maybe he needs to be with somebody. What happened?
I have an unpopular opinion about Taker. I feel like even if you don't put any titles on Undertaker, that WrestleMania streak was just legendary on its own, and he would have been a Hall of Famer without any title, without any world title, without any WWE title. If they
If
kept that
Taker was
streak
in the
going,
Hall of Fame, that's the one thing that's going to be on his agenda. And then the championships that he's won, and then the feud that he's had,
It's just the icing on the cake.
he's just right on the top. Yep. He's right up there with Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you don't put him on your Mount Rushmore, I get it. I understand, but you cannot deny he may not have been the face, if you want to say that.
Okay.
I think at one point he was the face of the company, and that was his little tenure as the undisputed champion. Other than that, he really was never the face. But like I said, when WrestleMania came around, if he was on the card, that's the match you were caring about.
Yep. I was mostly also I was also worried about HBK. That's another man that was also considered at WrestleMania.
And again, that's Mr. WrestleMania right there.
Yeah.
That's Mr. WrestleMania.
He steals the show. Like, I get the Undertaker steals the show, but you have to admit Shawn Michaels always stole the show at WrestleMania.
Oh, hell yeah. Between Kurt Angle and WrestleMania 21, you can't forget about that.
And he put
match.
Kurt over. And I thought that was a wonderful match. And Shawn came up.
It was. That's the reason I say just because you can't put somebody over does not mean the other person's going to look weak. You can still look strong even if you're not put over. Well, if we got time, we'll talk about that later.
Talk about that later, right?
So let me see. One person they got John Cena, Stone Cold, The Rock, Randy Orton, and CM Punk.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Not a good bad list.
You got my list, man. You got more to go.
All right. So since myself, I grew up liking heels more. After I understood what their characters really were supposed to do, I'm over here saying I hate these dudes. No, I actually love them because they're doing their damn job.
Right? As a kid, we all hated Edge. We hated Edge. We hated Edge because when he cashed in that Money in the Bank contract on Cena, he freaking broke. He made our hearts go off on him.
Not only that, I had school the next morning, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I ran upstairs to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I had to run back downstairs
to watch Edge.
You think you know me? Who? What?
The best.
Because I used to watch it with my grandfather and my uncle, and they're screaming, "Oh, Edge is here! Edge is here!" I'm like, "What the hell they do?"
Oh, I have this question before we get to all the questions. Who has the better mind, Jim Cornette or Paul Heyman?
The better mind?
The better mind and creativity.
I'm gonna have to go with Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Paul Heyman.
I'm gonna have to say Cornette. Don't get me wrong, Paul Heyman, ECW, best creativity he's ever had. But if you want to talk about like back then, Cornette. Have you seen Cornette on the mic, man?
Yeah.
Freaking legendary.
Listen, but I will say this:
shooter in the interviews.
If the WWE gave this man more power, you would see why I say Paul Heyman.
And I see why this.
Listen. I don't know if you guys know this, but do you guys recall the segment with R-Truth, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was all Paul Heyman's idea. For R-Truth to come out and he challenged him. He said, "I want you to come out and I want to see if you can actually make Brock Lesnar laugh."
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
It worked.
And even Paul Heyman didn't know what he was going to say. He just said, "I want you to make him laugh." Nobody knew what this man was going to say.
Right.
That's Paul Heyman giving somebody like you know what? Let's actually let him come out. Let's give him a chance. Oh wait, we got one more before we change the thing. Somebody said John Cena, Gargano, CM Punk, ooh, Christian,
very underrated,
and then The Rock.
Not bad.
Okay.
Ooh, The Rock. Not bad.
I just said this to you. I said Christian, they don't think Christian's going to come back, but I think Christian is going to do a feud with Edge, and Christian's going to have to turn heel.
I mean, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
If he beats Roman,
Hey,
I
I
could see it.
wouldn't mind if it happened.
but it has to be perfect, though. It has to be in good writing, though. And you know how Vince is.
Huh. All right.
I mean, we'll see what happens in the future.
Top 5
All
hills.
right, can I stop off the
Top
can I start
5
off the
hills.
heels?
Oh,
Can I start off the
you
heels?
already know.
All right, I got
Hold on.
mine. I got mine.
Hold on.
I
We're
wanna
gonna go
start
from the
off the
top
heels.
this
You go
time.
first.
Wait. We're gonna go off top this time.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm born ready.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Let me go first.
Number
All right.
1 on my list.
You guys might tell me this a lot. I have a tie for number 1. There's a lot of reasons
Number-
he biased, but my number 1,
Oh,
you
go ahead,
cannot deny this man, Tommaso Ciampa.
All right.
Gotta
Listen,
remember,
if
guys.
you
Different
want that-
You guys gotta remember different generations. For everybody watching, you guys gotta remember
this is my personal favorite. This
and
is
not
my
only
personal
that, it's
favorite.
different.
Everybody
Not
got
only
their own.
that, it's different generations. People got to understand that because you might not have somebody on your list that everybody's gonna come at you for. But remember, guys, different generations.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I have Ciampa tied with heel Eddie. I'm your papi. I know y'all remember that.
I freaking love Eddie no matter what. If he was a heel, if he was a bad guy, I freaking loved him no matter what he was.
Listen, when we talk about heels, we don't talk about Eddie enough. I feel like, all right, because we only know him as, you know, as a face winning the WWE title like off of Brock Lesnar, but as a heel, like the dude was severely underrated. I feel like
He was a good heel in
doesn't get a lot
WCW.
of love.
Mhm.
He was a good
Number
heel.
2, his pro. I had to put this guy number 2. His promo skills are sick. His promo, just everything is sick, and that's Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
I had to put
Samoa
Samoa
Joe's
Joe
good
number
heel.
2.
I've been a
Samoa
fan
one
of
my
Joe.
favorite heels.
I've been a fan of Joe since Impact, man. I freaking
Hell
loved him
yeah.
no matter if he was a babyface, no matter if he was a heel. I freaking loved Samoa Joe. He worked so good in Impact. I don't like how they're doing him in wrestling because of all the injuries he's had. I think if Joe would have stayed in Impact, which I think he should be more worshipped.
Yeah,
I mean, because I told Apple the other day that like Samoa Joe because the draft is coming. So like you know the whole Roman tribal chief thing. So like Samoa Joe has Samoan in his name. So I was thinking that if Joe drafted the SmackDown, like if he like made like a fight thing, and then he joined forces with Roman, like dude, like think about it, Roman with Samoa Joe.
number 3. Yeah. Yeah, that does sound good, but time will tell. Number 3, don't kill me. Just in case everybody understanding why I have a lot of NXT people on my list is because
I'm just
Triple
kidding.
H brought love of wrestling back for me. Triple H brought wrestling back for me. I hated Raw and SmackDown because they sucked for the events, but Triple H was the man. But number 3, I gotta go Randy Orton. Untouchable.
Okay.
Hand
No
down,
explanation.
hand down,
No explanation.
hand down.
No explanation. Number 4, surprising a lot of people. I had to put a tag team on this list. The Revival.
Yeah, they were good.
Okay.
Okay.
The Revival in NXT.
Nope.
Listen, you hated these
Nobody
guys.
said-
Why?
Nobody
They
said
would-
tag teams are off limits.
They would
True.
the Revival. They would go after everybody's knee every match. You would hate them for it because it's a cheap way to win, but it worked. Number 5, Edge, untouchable. Like I said, untouchable.
You said Edge?
I mean, when you can get your own Edge. When you can get your own hometown of Canada to boo you, nothing else to say. Nothing else to say.
Oh, remember at TLC against John
I was
Cena.
gonna say, don't forget
Mhm.
that legendary TLC match with the Dudleys and Hardys. Man,
Ooh.
let me tell you, man, that was the first.
Listen,
that was
man.
Jeff Hardy with the ladder. Oh,
off the
my.
ladder, and I don't know how Jeff was walking.
Listen, I don't think people really understand how hard it is for a wrestler to have his own hometown boo him. And when Edge did that with John Cena in the ring, because at first when Edge came out, he got a standing ovation. Then when he got his promo, everybody started booing him. If you can make your own hometown boo you, you're untouchable, man. Nobody can say nothing to you.
All right. I'm pretty sure we all remember this one time. It was one night stand. RVD and John Cena. I know, Axel. You hate this. You hate this, Axel. He spears John Cena through a table, and reveals the helmet.
Yeah.
And friggin' the crowd starts cheering him and saying, "Thank you, Edge! Thank you, Edge!"
1, 2, and 3.
One like that. I love everything.
And I looked, you saw Axel's face like, we should never talk about one night stand ever again.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear your top.
All right. My top heels, Chris Jericho is number 1. Number 2, Vince McMahon. Come on. Come on. You can't tell me.
He screwed Brett.
Like, what? Exactly. But Chris Jericho, back on number 1. Chris Jericho, right up there, too. Chris Jericho did some crazy stuff. You know, he punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Bro, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I
Jericho
thought of.
freaking bashed his face in through the Jerichotron. And Jericho did some crazy stuff, man. Number 3, Roddy Piper. He was the legend heel. Come on, man.
I don't know if you guys ever saw my video.
Rest in peace, bro.
Which WWE superstar do you think should have won the title? And I picked Roddy Piper.
I picked Owen Hart.
Listen, man. At those times, Roddy was the
He was the biggest.
He was the definition of what a heel needs to be,
and he was the ultimate trash talker.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
I agree with you on Owen Hart, but man, listen. If you want to be a WWE if you want to be a wrestler in general, or any promotion, and you want to be a heel, watch some Roddy Piper, bro.
Exactly.
Next thing you're gonna do,
legendary.
I was just gonna say, this man is taking the words out of my head, bro.
Bro, I know wrestling knowledge, bro. I know.
Hey, he wasn't lying.
That's right, because I was about to say, next thing you know, you bashing people in the head with coconuts.
Yes, and he smashed, and then years later, he smashed him one on Zack Ryder at WrestleMania 27, which I was like, thank you for doing that. He was awful. Zack Ryder was not a good wrestler. He was okay. I'll give him that, but Zack Ryder, he had to go. Number 4,
that funny segment on Raw. The funny segment on Raw, Roddy Piper did with Cyndi Lauper, and Cyndi Lauper broke her platinum record.
Oh no! Oh yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Number 4 is Randy Orton.
Hands down, come
on. And then number 5.
Bro.
All right, you guys are not. I'm pretty sure this is not on your list. Number 5, Kane. Come on, debut. He's debut.
It doesn't matter. Kane was never really a face.
He was never a face. I mean, sure.
The only 2 times he was a face.
Team Hell No.
If I'm correct, when he was a tag team.
Team Hell No.
I just said that.
Oof. So okay, that's 4 times. Team Hell No.
And X-Pac.
Brothers of Destruction when they were faces. Mm-hmm. Hurricane and Tupac. I mean, I said Tupac, X-Pac.
My man,
y'all don't remember that though?
He's rapping, and then Kane choke slams people, and like
all eyes on me. Oh man, that wow, Kane.
He set people on fire. He chokeslammed Eric Bischoff off the stage. He freaking like I said, he set Jim Ross on fire. He almost lit RVD on fire. As a kid, Kane terrified us. Come on, we have to admit that.
Have any of y'all seen the movie See No Evil?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Bro.
Terrified as a kid,
Yeah.
had nightmares.
Haven't finished it.
Well, if you were not a little kid,
This
and you
man
went to
played
sleep,
that part so crazy. But go ahead, Nick. Top 5 hills. Go ahead.
if you were not a little kid and you go to sleep and have a nightmare about Kane, bro, I don't know, bro. Oh my God, you got nightmares about that guy. So my top 5.
All right, man. Let's get it.
Get the obvious out of the way. Number 1, Edge. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, because
Edge
you know,
good. The ultimate opportunist.
ultimate opportunist, rated R superstar. He got everything he needed. Yeah,
He did beat it on a live television show.
The one night I hated him when he had it makes no way out 2009 when he lost the WWE Championship in the first Elimination Chamber match, and then later on the World Heavyweight Championship at the Elimination Chamber. He attacked Kofi, and then he won the World Heavyweight Champion in Elimination Chamber. Like, there's no other guy that does that. He needs to go. Simple.
Well, the guy.
Number 2, Randy Orton. No inflation.
He hears
Number 3.
voices.
Yeah, he's sick. He's a sick man.
Number 3, The Rock. Like, come on.
Not bad, not bad. I didn't really think Rock was good a bunch of a heel. I thought he was really good as a babyface, man. I didn't really care for
That's it.
Rock. Especially when he came back and did the Hollywood gimmick. I didn't like.
I see The Rock as a middle.
As a what's that one? What's that called? What's that called?
I don't know, but like even when he's a face, he's a heel.
He's neutral
because the Chris Jericho's debut. Now The Rock is playing the face.
Yeah.
But the things he's saying to this man are so heelish. When The Rock came back and he was playing the guitar and he was singing the Vicky Guerrero. He's a face to us, but the shit he's saying to her is
anybody like dying when he was singing to Vicky Guerrero? Was anybody like friggin' off their seat, falling off their bed?
I was that way. He
crying their tears off and like.
Yo, but 99
when he called for Twin Peaks, I was dying, bro.
Like he was like, you see what he did to Mankind with the I Quit match, the No Arena match, and then we can't forget about the Hollywood Walk when he did that promo in Toronto, Canada. How he can forget about that promo when he's like, "Oh, Toronto, Canada, yay, yay!" You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels. I see The Rock have to heal back then, but now he's afraid and all that. Number 4, that Rollins, not the Messiah Rollins.
When he turned back on the Shield, man.
Oh,
hey, Malik said this, and I agree with him. Seth Rollins is a better heel than a babyface.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most definitely. I thought he was okay as a babyface, but then mostly I was like, okay, him being a heel.
Like I'm okay with face Rollins, but if you make me choose, I'm choosing heel Rollins.
He turned on the Shield, man. Who was there? Did you say you were there when he turned his back on the Shield, Axel?
No, that was Malik said that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, man, like, as a matter of fact, I thought it was Roman Reigns that was going to turn heel.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Dean.
No, Roman Reigns was the original person to turn heel on the Shield and then join the Authority. And he was supposed to be the world champion and supposed to be Money in the Bank and all that type of junk.
Can you imagine Roman though? Like,
it would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked either way. But that
would have worked either way.
So what are you? You on number 5?
The
are you done?
Sheep himself, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns?
I like that.
He is what? I had to, bro. The tribal sheep at the table.
Oh. Hold on. Dang, I don't want to do my list because
Is he frozen on your screen too?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Hey, I don't mind Roman on there. Like I said, there's a lot of recency bias on my end because I did it so fast because I had to get ready for this.
Nah, like Roman Reigns.
I will
like,
get
come on.
more in depth in the future podcast.
What happened? What's this?
Sorry, folks, we have technical difficulties right now.
Technical difficulties. I apologize for the delay in the communication of life of the Lord.
In the meantime, let's all congratulate Bobby Lashley once again for becoming WWE champion after 17 long years.
Yeah.
My man Bobby, for a very long time, was overlooked. And Vince.
Oh wait, he's back. He's back. He's back, bro. He's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Wait.
My wife.
Right.
My bad. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So
Who picked?
Nick picked his last one was Roman.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now it might turn a lot of heads.
Uh-oh.
A lot of disagreements, maybe. Like I said, it's a generation thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Number one. And if you do not understand why this man is number one, you do not understand what a heel is.
For real.
Randy Keith Orton.
Hand
This
down,
man,
No explanation.
old women, Nia Jax, Stephanie, Kiss Stephanie, punted Vince.
Yo, the
Hey,
RKO Jake the Snake.
RKO'd Alexa.
he RKO'd
He did that for
everybody.
a reason. I gave him that. I kind of liked that because he was messing with his head.
No,
This man.
he RKO Mae Young.
There you go.
No, that was Moolah.
See, I always get confused. That's why I didn't say it,
Randy
because I wanted
Orton,
to see who
man,
would
he
say it
don't-
first. I always get
Yeah.
confused.
That was Moolah. That wasn't Mae Young.
That was Moolah, right?
Moolah.
Yep, the fabulous
Randy
Moolah.
Randy
Moolah
Orton's
is an
like women want
awful
equal rights.
person,
I
but a good
got
wrestler.
you.
Number two, we've talked about him before.
Edge.
You think you know me, son?
There's an Edge.
It is Edge. Because on this day,
Edge.
I see clearly. Listen, man. Like we were saying before, when he cashed in, bro.
Hated
When he took the Money in the Bank away from Mr. Kennedy.
cashed it on the Undertaker. And he wasn't even able to compete. He was in a brutal match with Batista.
And then you know what? I hated WWE for it because I know it was them. But as a kid, you don't really like the fact that this man was really getting into some relationship shit with Vicky Guerrero, bro. I was like, the audacity.
It's in the
The
fear.
audacity.
Oh, I was going to say
Even though
Ed, Lita.
Listen, I don't even want to talk about it because that's
Oh my God!
That's
a whole nother. That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole.
No,
nother
it's
episode.
not. That's
Yes,
another thing that Ed's done.
bro.
Edge
But
and Lita?
he's right. But he's right because it's more than just Edge and Lita and Matt. It's just
It was real life, though.
Bro,
It was real life.
It was
we can do
real.
storylines for another episode.
You know what? The last
We'll
time I ever
say
saw anything that was real like that was
Listen,
Macho Man and
listen.
Hulk Hogan. That was the
I
last
made the video. And I got bashed so hard because what I'm trying to tell people is when he came and attacked Edge at the beginning. Listen, you can't tell me that shit
Edge
was
was
real.
wearing
That wasn't
ass.
scripted.
Because listen, you can say what you want.
First of
Oh,
all,
the arrest looked fake and blah blah blah. Listen, I don't care. Nothing. Vince McMahon will never agree in those times for anybody to say any other promotion on his network.
Yeah,
This man said
you
Ring of
think
Honor.
Vince would let Matt? Yo, would you think
This
Vince would let
he
Matt
didn't even
Hardy
say
say
Edge.
WWE
He
can kiss
said
my ass?
Adam.
He said Adam.
He said Adam.
That was a shoot.
When he came back after Vince rehired him, everything after that was a work.
Yeah.
But
Told the
listen,
story.
man. But number three.
Uh-oh.
Recently lost his title this Monday night.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I
The
hate
Miz.
this guy.
Miz.
I hated him either way.
Even to
The
the
Miz.
Oh
day,
my gosh, he should have. It's the Miz.
Hey,
I
I
freaking.
didn't mind.
It's
But
it's
Bobby,
the
I know,
Miz.
bro.
I know
Bobby
people
deserved
don't
that
like
title.
him, but like I kind of understand because I know we didn't appreciate him as WWE Championship 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and I think like now I look back at it, I'm starting to look like okay, Miz is okay. I'm all right. I'm not a big fan though, but he's not
Okay.
that bad. I got to give him credit though. He has the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, bro. Come
And
on.
listen,
I have
in
no
20
respect for
in
anybody that doesn't respect his
2016,
work ethic.
He owned SmackDown.
he owned SmackDown. He made the Intercontinental Championship a mid-card title feel like the main card title.
Oh yeah.
He took away shine from my boy. He took away shine from my boy's WWE title reign, Dean Ambrose.
Hell yeah.
He took shine away from that because I cared more about the. I was like, oh my god.
Let me mention this, yo. Miz, recent history, his match with Dolph Ziggler and No Mercy for the IC title, career versus
Yep.
title, phenomenal. I don't care.
Yep.
Phenomenal. I agree on that one. Woo! That match was
Listen.
the main event. If y'all don't remember that match was the main event.
Beginning of career, yes, he was not that good in the ring.
Yeah, I thought he got buried by freaking Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a friggin' dude that was on the Diva search. That's how I ever knew The Miz.
He was
He
on Tough
teamed up
Enough.
with John Morrison. I didn't like John Morrison's old character. I didn't like Johnny Nitro. I liked John Morrison.
Nah.
I
John
didn't
Morrison is better. Number 4. Like I said, this is a generation thing, man.
Sure.
The Nature Boy.
And
The
I like
man
how he
who-
did that on cue.
Profiling.
The man.
Wheeling dealing. Limousine riding. Jet flying. Son of a gun. I can't agree more. I can't agree more.
This man taught me what a low blow was and is to this day.
Am I the only one that at one time at school, I got into an argument with one of them, and I just like, woo, right in his face.
And to end it, number 5. This man holds the golden shovel. Triple H.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree
I
more.
freaking like.
Because even when he was a face, in real life, he was a heel because he was burying every fucking single talent in the world.
He buried Mr. Kennedy.
and point right there. He was a face. Mr. Kennedy was a heel. But
He buried
Yeah.
Mr. T at WrestleMania.
yeah.
Can we talk
Booker
about his
T was not
rivalry
that
with
bad of a-
Mankind?
And you can't say Triple H and Undertaker and a Venera match. Come on.
Yeah.
Triple H versus Mankind. That's an underrated match.
I was gonna say him and The Rock is not that bad too.
I'm gonna start this one off since we talking heels. Let's get on to the faces.
Okay. I see you.
Now, before everybody comes at me, I do not like this man as a person outside of wrestling, but you cannot deny it is the truth. Number 1 for top face, I have Hulk Hogan.
I hate him too, but he's the best.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
I hate him.
too.
I hate him. He's one of the
I hate
best.
him too.
He put wrestling on the map around the
He put
world.
wrestling on the map, man.
I
Listen,
can't agree more.
Listen, every grown man, grown woman, teenager, little kid was all for Hulk Hogan.
You know, say your prayers, take your vitamins. Here's the American flag. Let me tell you something, brother.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. No.
please. I want to hear it.
That theme song, listen, Hulk's theme song will always be a bop. It'll always be a classic.
I am a real American.
Real American.
I did not like his theme song back in the day.
I didn't like it back in the day either.
So who you got, man?
It was catchy. It was fine.
Who I have?
The Undertaker.
What do you think I have?
Rey Mysterio.
Number 2, face.
Yeah, Cena.
True baby face. He's the definition of baby face.
Like,
My time
I mean,
is now.
He's the face. Number 3, his twin brother. Little did he know, The Rock.
Yep.
The
Rock
Rock
is cooked.
It's cooking.
Number 4, like I said, a generational thing. Rest in peace to this man. The American Dream.
Oh, bro.
He's just a common man,
I love that. That was a good song.
working hard with his hands.
He's just a common man. Come on, sing it with me.
Working hard with his hands.
He's a man. All right.
Number 5. Booyaka Booyaka.
Of course.
Drum roll.
I've never seen him heal. The last time I ever.
The ultimate underdog.
The only time I saw him heal was when he joined the LWO in WCW. That was the only time Ray was a heel.
That's it.
That was the one-time thing.
Go ahead, Nick. Top 5 faces.
That was a pretty good list, man.
I appreciate it.
Number one, you can't see me, John Cena, man. Come on. He's the definition of babyface, no. Number 2, Mr. WrestleMania himself, HBK, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't say HBK.
Number 3, added SOB in the World Wrestling Entertainment, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
He was in the middle too.
He wasn't really a face, as I can say. He was.
I thought he was the middle
too, but like he was a little bit of both.
The only time he was really truly a face
Was
was anytime he was against Vince.
That was the only time he was a baby face.
Yeah.
But he was both. He was kind of half and half.
Yeah, I see him as a vigilante.
Like Sting.
But I agree. But no argument there.
It was like in the middle. Like, yeah. It was in the number 4. It's The Rock, the great one. Number 5, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
You can't forget about.
Come on.
You can't forget about back in 2014 and 2013. Like, he was going to get authority for months and months and months, going to get that championship belt. For the WrestleMania 30 moment, yeah.
I'm on a loop.
Media,
They went off when he
I'm not really
returned to the
here.
ring.
Ultimate.
When he returned to the ring, man, he had the great. He was not that bad of a comeback.
That was a workout.
Yeah.
Him and Edge, greatest comeback stories back to the ring ever.
Speaking of Edge, you want him to win, right? At Mania?
Hell yeah.
Of course, bro. I'm going with
That's it. Let's get through these topics, and if we got time after, we'll talk about that. Trust me, that's a topic.
So who's next?
I'll go next.
Yep,
all right,
bro.
Top faces.
All right, go ahead.
The Rock. Number 2. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Come on, R.I.P.
He.
Yes. Come on, and you can't tell me when he won the WWE champion as a kid, you probably were crying.
Bro,
Yeah.
but before you move on, man, the last time I cried about Eddie was when at WrestleMania, Vicky Guerrero, she did this botch frog splash, but it was a tribute to Eddie, and I'm just bawling my eyes out. Like,
I remember
3.
that.
He's not mentioned anymore in the WWE.
Oh, boy.
As much as I love and hate him, I'm gonna have to say Chris Benoit.
Yep.
You can't
deny
talk
it.
about
You can't deny it.
that Chris Benoit was one of the
I
best.
personally don't have a comment on that. For sure. I personally just don't have
Axel, what do you
I
think?
don't want to trigger anybody.
What do you think about Benoit as a competitor in the ring?
Phenomenal.
It's Chris Benoit, man.
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
And then you can't tell me that the infamous match with Kurt Angle inside that steel cage.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When he finally won the big one at WrestleMania and hugged Eddie.
Everything, the strategy, bro, my heart.
I think Chris was mentally when Eddie passed.
Yeah. I thought the documentary on that, right? Back of the Dark Side of the Ring.
All right. Number 4. Come on, man. Come on. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Never give up. John Cena. Number 5. Hang on 1 second. It's time to call 619.
Who's that jumping up the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio.
That was really good entrance, man. That's
on the sun. Yo, man, listen. Both of those theme songs is hot fire.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's up. I'm next, right? Number 1 for face, like I said, it's my personal favorite. Don't hate me, guys. Generational thing, like Axel said. Jack Swagger. Now let me stop.
I was about to rip your face off.
I was about to remove this man. Generation, nothing.
I was like, did this man see Jack Swagger? Man, the people. Like Chris Jericho said, we the people sucks and it's dead and buried.
Yeah.
All right, gone. So you guys know who I had number 1 as my heel. I can't have the first heel as Tommaso Ciampa and not have the first babyface Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
Hey, I like that.
I don't know why he changed his theme song.
Like I said, too much recency bias. I was in a rush. Number 2, AJ Styles. AJ Styles, WWE, second WWE title run, biggest babyface in the company. I don't really care.
Yeah, but he's doing really good as a heel. He's doing really good as a heel.
Number 3,
in my opinion.
number 3, no explanation. Mr. Hustle, loyalty and respect, Dr. Thugonomics. You know what I'm saying? No explanation right there. Number 4. Shocking a lot of people. This guy is my favorite. I told you, my second favorite wrestler of all time. Evan Bourne. I have Evan Bourne on here. My guy. Number 5.
Evan Bourne should have became United States champion around the 2011. I thought Evan Bourne was really over, but then I think he got injured around WrestleMania time. And I was thinking maybe he could have had a good dream match with him and Sin Cara.
Do you know what he kept doing that stopped his push? That's what he kept doing.
Yep.
But not Evan Bourne. I feel like he was really over on.
How you think he took that RKO?
Go, Axel. Beautiful, phenomenal. Nothing else about it. Better than anybody.
All right, that's my question. What is the greatest RKO? I know he said Bourne. What is the greatest RKO?
Seth Rollins.
I'm gonna say CM Punk.
CM Punk was good.
I'm also gonna say
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns at SummerSlam when he went for the spear, caught him with the RKO. That was really good.
It was a clothesline. It was a jump clothesline. It wasn't It wasn't a spear. Mine is actually not Punk and the Undertaker. It was it was when he RKO'd. When Undertaker was going for the chokeslam, he went for the RKO. I thought that was the greatest one ever.
The thing he did, Seth Rollins.
Oh,
was
yeah!
great,
I remember that.
opinion.
All right, next.
Seth Rollins was better.
Next.
All right,
What we got?
number 5, Captain Charisma. Gotta go Christian on that one.
Okay.
I have to. I mean,
Okay.
even when he was a heel in that Randy Orton feud, you still couldn't help but cheer the dude because he did deserve the World Heavyweight title. They did him dirty with that World Heavyweight Championship. He didn't deserve to lose it. I was one of the only kids who cheering for Christian, and I didn't see anything that he did wrong. But definitely Captain Charisma. Carried ECW on its last leg. Nothing else to say.
ECW was garbage at the days, man.
Yeah. All right, so
Every time Christian wrestled, he made that shit great.
Next.
yes. So we're starting to get out of time here. So the next one, we're just gonna shoot through this one. So we won't talk about it as much because I do want to talk about the last topic, the top 5 rivals.
Top
Oh,
five.
yeah.
So next
Greatest
Going-
matches or rivals?
top 5 greatest matches. So we're just gonna try to shoot through this one. We'll talk about them a little bit. So I'm gonna go through mine real quick. Top 5 greatest matches. Number 1, WrestleMania 17, TLC. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys.
Amazing.
Number 2, another ladder match. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels.
Come on now. Come
Wow.
on. Say that. That's the first ladder match.
That ladder match was
Yes,
awesome.
ladder
Dude,
match.
I'll watch that. I watched that.
They stole the show.
Yes, they did. Number 3, one of my personals because this meant so much to me.
Oh boy.
Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker for the Undisputed Championship. Another ladder match. Jeff Hardy got Undertaker's respect. You get Taker's respect, you got it. Number 4, another WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels versus
it.
Ric Flair.
I was thinking you were gonna
that-
say the Undertaker.
The storyline with that, oh my God.
I'm sorry, I
promo
love
package.
you, Super Kick.
The promo
Yes.
package.
And then the night after, when this man retired, they had the audacity to have the last man to come out be the man who retired him.
He called him Old Yeller.
And number 5, when Eddie Guerrero won the Undisputed Championship.
Ooh-wee.
That night will forever live on.
Go ahead, Nick.
Great list. So that was a great list.
Number 1, it gotta be Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, hands down. Hands down. One of the
Yep.
greatest.
Storytelling
Yep.
that match was
Number-
phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Number 2, The Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 28, inside the Hell in the Cell, and on the Era, guest referee Shawn Michaels. Like one of the greatest Hell in the Cell matches in history in WWE. Number 3, I know some of y'all might not know this, but John Cena versus Shawn Michaels on Monday Night Raw back in UK 07.
Okay.
That match was insane.
Good. That was a really good match too.
Number 4, John Cena versus number 4 is John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011.
That was not that bad.
One of the only many 5-star matches.
Hell yeah.
And number 5,
Number 5.
Edge versus John Cena at TLC Toronto SummerSlam 2006.
Okay.
You can't deny it. You can't.
All right.
What's next?
All right.
Me? I,
Yep,
I,
all right, bro.
I can go. Or do you want to
Yeah,
go?
go ahead.
Okay,
You can get in that
number
order.
1. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 is number 1.
Yep.
And then
Number 2, Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio at Halloween Havoc WCW.
Wow.
oh my God.
That match was not that. That match was really good, and the mid card in WCW was the best.
He went back.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, WrestleMania 15.
Okay.
Number 4, Undertaker versus Batista, their last man standing match.
Ooh. Back when Taker was taking the bumpy pumps.
And you can't tell me Batista and Undertaker had an awesome rivalry.
Yeah, if you didn't like that rivalry, you're kind of
get the heck out of here. And number 5,
no contest, right?
Yeah, that was a no contest. Batista speared Undertaker off the stage, and they freaking blew off the freaking Tron, and they had to. That was like $10,000 they had to pay or whatever. Number 5. Number 5. We can't say this. It's my personal opinion on this one. Number 5, John Cena versus The Rock, WrestleMania 28.
Yeah, hands down. Okay, hands down. Okay.
You guys were shocked when I said Ray and Eddie at Halloween Havoc. I can't believe you guys don't think that was an awesome match, bro. Like, if you go back at it.
It was, but, I mean, I didn't expect for you to say it.
Bro, like, I go back, way back.
All right. Woo!
All right, last one. And then we're going to try to shoot through the last one, too.
In WWE history. Hell yeah.
Umaga.
In WWE history. We're going to go NXT TakeOver New York, Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. NXT title match, 3 falls.
Okay, somebody.
So good.
That's crazy. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off, bro, but somebody in the comments actually said that as their first one, too.
Wow.
Hey, all right. Number 2.
Disrespect. I didn't think that match was going to be that great. I thought that match was going to be like the finish was going to be like bad or something. Like the Undisputed Era was going to like, ruin the whole match.
Bro, listen, I know a lot of people don't like people being Superman and all, but Johnny Gargano was legit Superman in that match. He was legit Superman.
I want Adam to win that match too. Adam to win. It was like,
Johnny Wrestling was taking over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
But Johnny Gargano is my favorite wrestler right now. Number 2, TakeOver New Orleans, unsanctioned match. Career versus Ciampa. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match. TakeOver New Orleans.
Okay.
Number 3, y'all had John Cena versus CM Punk and Money in the Bank. I had John Cena versus CM Punk Monday Night Raw. Winner goes on to Mania.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that match. That match was. Oh my god.
Okay. Go ahead.
Number 4 was the first ever 5-star match in a long time in the WWE, and the first ever 5-star match in NXT history. I got TakeOver Philadelphia for the NXT title on Johnny Cena versus Johnny Gargano.
Got an
I'm a
NXT
huge
fan.
Gargano fan. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. NXT is my favorite, like I said.
I'm going to start calling you Mr. NXT.
I got an underrated one. Hey, hell yeah. I have an underrated one. Hopefully you guys remember this. This match was actually on a pre-show.
Okay.
Roman and Seth versus the Usos. Money in the Bank for the tag title.
Ooh.
Very underrated.
Back when they were the penny championships. Ew.
That match was fire. All I gotta say.
Listen,
I'm sorry for the NXT bias, but Johnny's just too good to leave off.
Batman, the animated series.
Yeah. Oh. Damn.
that was it? That the last one?
That was it.
No, next podcast, it sucks, but we're gonna have to try to find the availability so we could do it 2 hours. Like I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes so we can travel with somebody. We have to talk about Bobby, The Miz, Roman, Edge. So we're gonna try to shoot through this one too, but it's hard because we're going to.
Oh, let me start this one off. Let me start this one off. I got you. I'm going to start this one off. Number 1, I got John Cena versus CM Punk.
Oof. Yeah.
John Cena versus CM Punk. Number 2, I got The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Number 3, I have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Not bad of a rivalry.
I would expect
4,
Mr. NXT to say
I
that.
have Randy and Cena. Number 4, I have Randy
Okay.
and Cena.
Okay.
And number 5, Axel. You don't love me for this one, bro, but this is one of my favorites. I have CM Punk versus Matt Hardy. I mean, not Jeff Hardy. Sorry, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy.
How'd you get hooked up with this?
CM Punk and Jeff Hardy.
Wrong with me?
I'm next.
No, we're going left now.
Oh, wait, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Top rivalry. Number 1 is going to be Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
Number 2 is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock.
Okay.
Number 3, actually, I know you can agree to this. Undertaker and Kane.
Oof. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, Kurt Angle and John Cena when they were in a feud in 2005 and through 2006.
Yes.
And then number 5, HBK and Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's
I
a
didn't
very
think
good
that
list, bro. Showing you
Good.
That was a good list,
All
bro.
right, Axel, you the next man up, my brother.
No, it's Nick.
Oh, Nick,
Come on.
let's get it.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Nick, you frozen or what's going on?
Yeah, what the heck?
You just keeping your hands together like that?
2 hours later.
Oh man.
Oh, nah. Actually, you go. Maybe he can come back in.
Axel, I think you should go until yeah, I think you should go until
Oh wait,
Okay,
he's back.
great.
He's back. Go ahead, bro. What's your go?
That's it.
Nick, it's your go.
All right. Number 1, I got Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Like them,
Okay.
2002. Number 2, I got Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's
The
what I'm talking about.
Montreal screw job.
No, we don't talk about the screw job. We're talking about like way back. We're talking about when they did WrestleMania.
Oh, the
Come on
original. The original.
Ooh, WrestleMania, bro. You mean, man?
I thought we was just talking real life.
Oh no.
This man came back years later, and Shawn Michaels still had to say sorry.
Oh man. All right, number 3, John Cena versus Edge. Like their rivalry with Edge catching in Money in the Bank, the booing each other in the hotel.
Hell yeah.
Number 4, Stone Cold versus The Rock. Like they competed 3 WrestleManias. Like, come on, man. Number
And deny
5,
the greatness.
CM Punk versus John Cena. That's it.
Oh yeah, I have some really strong lists. I ain't gonna cap. Next.
I am very, very disappointed in all 3 of you
What?
for not having this on your list.
Oh.
Unless I did not hear. At number 1, I have Triple H and the McMahons
Whoa.
versus Randy Orton.
Yo.
Oh,
You
Drop
cannot
that
tell
right
me
there, bro.
that your body was not shivering when those 3 came out on Monday Night Raw. Starting with Mr. McMahon, then came out Shane and Triple H.
I
Bro.
remember that. Damn,
Come
I remember
on.
that.
Number 2, I heard this one. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Come on. They had
Listen,
the
man.
Come on.
best matches on Raw. They had the best matches in every pay-per-view that they sold.
Yeah, what?
Number 3. Number 3, I'm pretty sure this headlined WrestleMania 3 times. And many other pay-per-views, you know. Stone Cold versus
Stone
The
Cold.
Rock.
I had that.
Hands down, bro. Hands down.
Hands down.
Now listen, guys. At number 4, I get it. John Cena versus CM Punk. I get it.
I didn't say
But
that.
John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Woo.
This man,
Back in 2009.
this man punted this man's father.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Oh my God.
Listen, man. And at number 5, it's actually a tag team. The Hardys versus Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a strong
They-
list, bro. That's a strong list.
You're not you not like my list, bro. Like my list.
No. I liked your list. I was just saying, like, I was disappointed that nobody had the McMahon versus Orton.
Oh no, you should have
Yeah.
said number 1 should always be McMahon and Austin.
I don't know, man. That other one,
Nah.
listen, it felt
It's too
too
many
personal.
number ones.
This man RKO'd Stephanie and then kissed her.
That was
Hey, y'all
DDT,
remember
my
the
guy.
Triple
Wrong.
H
Get it
Randy
right.
Orton?
Get it right. He DDT'd her, then kissed her. Get it right.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes,
He
it is.
RKO'd her when Shane got punched,
Hey, man. When
Still
Triple H
RKO'd
ran
her.
his house,
and then he did the DDT and kissed her.
Still kissed her on the lips.
Yes.
Right on the lips.
On,
All right. Let's see. Do we have another?
all you guys' list was
Or
solid.
can we-
That was really.
Yeah. That was whew. All right. So we just gonna talk about it, and I got this right here. So I'm gonna give for the last couple minutes we got. I'm gonna give each of y'all a topic y'all want to talk about, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
So we'll go. So Nick, what do you want to talk about right now?
let's talk about Edge versus Roman.
I just had this topic with Axel.
What do you think, Nick? Who's winning? Do you agree with Edge winning? What's going on?
Okay. So Edge versus Roman at Mania, right? For the Universal Championship. Edge is winning the title. Edge is the top face in the WWE right now. And Roman
Like
is
you
top
said.
heel. Yeah. And Edge is gonna win the title. And because Roman hasn't lose yet. That's not into one superstar yet. So
Not one since he has
think about it.
returned.
Exactly. Since he returned, he haven't not even lost one match. So Ed's gonna beat Roman, and Roman's gonna lose, and then he's gonna take some time away, and then maybe around SummerSlam when he come back, he'll come back even more stronger, more dominant, even more badass. That's so. I think
Does he
Edge
get
is
Paul
going to
Heyman?
beat Roman. Well, Paul Heyman, maybe when Brock was to come back, maybe Paul was doing some stuff with Brock. I don't know. Who knows? But that's what I think is going to happen.
That's right. I'm gonna say mine's real quick because everybody here knows mine's, but I don't know if anybody in the watching knows. Edge needs to go over, and it will not kill Roman. Every top heel needs to take a big L to the biggest face in the company. This man, Edge, came in at number 1, which wasn't how it was supposed to be, because if you guys watched WWE Backstage when they announced the number 1 and number 2,
Yep.
originally number 1 was supposed to be Randy Orton and number 2 was supposed to be Edge.
But they switched it.
Mhm.
On the night of the Royal Rumble, they switched it. Once they did that, right then and there, I was like, yeah, Edge is winning. Roman needs the L. Roman taking this L will bring on it'll bring such a more dominant character. You're the head of the table and you lost the Edge?
You gotta ask everybody this. Do people really think Roman is gonna hold the title for like 5 years or some shit? No, he has to.
No, I really thought
Listen, even if Roman wins, he's not gonna hold the title to Mania LA. No. Eventually, he has to drop the title. If Edge is not the one to beat
Let's all be
Roman,
honest here. Let's all be honest here. Every time Roman Reigns has lost, when has Vince ever made him look weak? Never.
Last time I saw him so weak, he got. You know what? You're kind of right.
Wait, when's the last time Roman got made to look weak?
Never. Vince has never made that man look weak.
What? Are you serious?
I don't remember.
I mean, it was a
I-
quick.
I-
It was a quick moment. But you don't remember suffering succotash? No, I'm kidding. You don't remember when he won the WWE Championship, turned around and got bro kicked by Sheamus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing,
Okay.
only time I can think. Other than that, none.
He was too weak to beat Brock straight up. I can think of that. All right. Let's go.
That was storyline. That was just to build him. That was just to build him up. So the next time he.
What do I think?
Yep. Let's go to Saul's. Yep. Let's go to Saul's topic. What you want?
All right.
brother?
Okay. You're gonna have to disagree with me on this. Okay. So I get Edge has to win the title. I get that. But and I get he has a great story too. But I think Edge should definitely put over Roman. And I think Roman would have no matter what, they're gonna steal the show no matter what. I'm giving you guys that. They're gonna steal the show. You're gonna see spear through a barricade, spear through here, spear through off the stage or something. You're gonna see something like that. But in all honesty, I think Roman should go out and get. But I think like that should be out of respect, though. But like, and I think maybe around like I don't know. But in all perspective, I think Roman should win.
Okay.
I respect that.
All right. So next topic.
All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna talk about the man of the hour, the man who worked 17 years to finally get his moment, and that's Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. You know how long for me to wait?
I've never seen.
Oh, go ahead.
I've never seen such a hardworking individual, such as Bobby Lashley. First of all, I want to thank MVP. Listen, if you guys didn't watch Impact, MVP, he took Bobby Lashley and Kenny King under his wing. What did he do? Made Kenny King X Division champion and made Bobby Lashley World Heavyweight champion. Look what he's doing now with the Hurt Business. It's crazy. MVP is legendary when it comes to managing. And the fact that Vince is putting all his eggs in the basket for Bobby Lashley, it's crazy. Like, who would have thought Bobby Lashley would become WWE champion? I never thought I would see the day. The man is 44 years old, busting his ass, and just became WWE champion. The first thing Vince McMahon told this man when he went backstage was, "I'm proud of you." It's crazy.
And he made out with him. I don't know if you heard that. No.
Listen, you know how long I've been waiting for Bobby Lashley to be WWE champion? It's been. When was the last time he had a title except Drew?
I know.
John Cena. 2007. That was the last time he had a WWE champion, and I think he should have won that match. But Cena was so. But I think
Cena had the golden shovel in his hands at that time.
You know what he did? He said
he buried the Nexus. Okay, we don't talk about the Nexus. Moving on. But on all seriousness, I think Bobby should keep the title. But I always think that Brock and Bobby should happen at Mania. But I think it's gonna be Drew.
I agree 100%. But even if Drew and Bobby happen at Mania, Drew should never win that match. Bobby should
win. No.
Listen.
Keep the title on Bobby.
Bobby Lashley is straight garbage. Don't nobody kid. No, I'm kidding. I was about to. Listen, man. From somebody who's watched this man from like the beginning and watched him have to hold that ECW championship, and I'm pretty sure lose it to Vince.
I laughed at that. That was freaking hilarious.
So the whole thing of
My boy was in
him.
Lana.
So the whole thing of him getting congratulated by Vince, it's all funny and ironic to me because but
Yeah.
I don't see Drew winning the title. Like, I get it. Everybody's like, oh, they want to give him the moment he didn't get at WrestleMania. Listen, he got the moment,
but there was no
He
crowd.
got it.
Like I get there was no crowd. I get that, but
You get that.
are we really gonna make him a 3-time WWE champion?
No, I disagree 100. I don't.
Time
No.
span too.
No.
Exactly, in a short time span, because that rivalry with Randy Orton, like, come on, man.
I think Bobby
Let
and
me
Brock.
let me also say this for the people. I want to say this for the people that are disappointed that the Miz lost the title. I think we can all agree here that he did deserve a second title reign. But are you really going to sit here and tell me that the Miz deserved a second title reign over a man like Bobby Lashley? No. I would give that title to Bobby. I definitely would have.
I said this to Axel. When Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank, was it similar when Edge cashed it in on The Undertaker? Because think about it, Bobby attacked Drew. He laid them there lifeless.
Yeah.
And then the Miz went, and then the Miz came in and wanted to cash it in, and Drew still wanted to fight, but then he hit that Skull Crusher finale and hit 1, 2, 3, and I thought that was very similar when Edge cashed it on The Undertaker.
Hey boys, let me ask you guys something real quick. Let everybody here on the live stream know.
Sure.
Do you guys mind if I show everybody a quick sneak peek of what I would like to talk about next podcast?
Sure. What's up?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Warzone.
Top
No.
5 WWE video games.
All
That's
right.
something I want to talk about.
I already know my top 5 video games already, so I don't even need to tell you guys.
Man, that's another episode.
Let's see.
Another episode.
Down? That could be a topic for next episode.
Down. I'm down.
I'm down too, but I already know my top WWE video games. I already know.
I had to think it over.
Next episode, man.
Next episode.
All right, topic I want to talk about: Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Bianca.
If she don't drop that title, I swear. to
No.
God.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you the outcome right now. As of right now, not all time, but in women now, Sasha Banks is my favorite wrestler.
Sure, no question.
No question. Yeah.
Watching this woman get the title reign she has gotten and losing them in a day, some weeks, a month,
Right?
for her to finally have a title reign that's long, has been defended, she's going to drop the title, and it's time for Bianca to shine. Because as a Sasha Banks fan, she finally got the reign. It wasn't quick.
Agree.
It hasn't been bad. It's time for her to drop the title. It's Bianca Belair time, guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Here's what how do you think the match is going to go down?
Yep.
See, that's the issue. Because as Nick pointed out, he said he didn't really like the promo that they cut. That's because right now they're both playing a face.
Do you think Sasha's going to heel?
See, that's the thing. I don't know who's going to be the heel because in Sasha's past feuds, she's been the face. Carmella has been the heel. And Bianca Belair against Bayley was the heel. Bianca was the face. So now they're doing a face-face thing. Now it's like, so who's going to be the heel?
I'm
thinking it should be Bianca.
I don't. She was a good heel in NXT, man. I got to give her that. She was a good heel in NXT.
But she was buried by Shayna, which was
Dig that
That's all I
grave.
gotta say about Bianca.
Yeah.
But all seriousness, who knows how the match is gonna go down? I just don't want to see no botches though. It's just
Like I don't see if there's any botches, it's gonna, like I said, as a Sasha Banks fan, it's gonna come from Sasha. But anywho, I until I know who's the heel and who's the face, I can't really see how it's gonna play out.
So you don't think the match is gonna go how you think it's gonna go down?
I don't even know how it's gonna go down.
So here's what I think is gonna happen at the finish.
I need to know what's gonna happen, because if they go in face versus face, then that means someone's turning heel at Mania.
Good, yeah.
But we have like what 30, 37, 36 days until Mania, so we'll see what plays out. But if they're going,
So here's my prediction of the ending of the finish of the match. So Sasha tries to go for the bank statement, but Bianca like grabs her by the side, tries to pull her up, and does that finisher that she does. 1, 2, 3, boom, she's champion.
Well, hold on though. What if Sasha pull a Shinsuke Nakamura at Mania
That's true.
after she lost?
I wish that didn't happen. They should have made that match more.
Is it safe to say to call Bianca the most athletic woman in WWE right now?
Hello,
Yeah.
the fastest,
Fact.
the quickest, the hardest.
She's great.
I don't want to hear nothing Nick just said. All I gotta say is this woman picked up Otis. That's it.
Yeah.
I was watching that live and I was like, there's no way in hell this woman is gonna pick this man up. Because there's no way they can fake this.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying, how do you guys feel about Otis secretly turning heel?
I hate what they did to Otis.
I don't like Otis. Nah, you gotta go. He got to go.
Heavy Machinery was okay in NXT.
Well, when they came up to the main roster,
Even in NXT, Triple H didn't even use him that much. You gotta go, bro.
Triple H didn't know what to do with them.
and I agree, Sheamus and Drew should have happened at Mania.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, and if you guys are in here who's watching this and who's ever mad that Miz won and blah blah blah, that's why he won, because you guys cried that you didn't want Drew and Sheamus. So we got it on. So we got it on Raw. We'll probably get it again at Fastlane, but that's that.
Yep. There goes my match for Mania, because that's what I wanted to happen. I wanted to see those two go at it.
WWE Universe.
It's bad, man. They cry so much. They cry so much, and then they give us the match, and then they're like, "Oh my god, that was actually a good match." Oh, no
shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my TikTok.
I don't know if you guys saw my TikTok. The TikTok I made about people were complaining about the Miz, the joke I made. I was just like, people were complaining that the Miz is champion, and then now people are complaining that he lost it too early. Like, are you guys for real right now? Like, for real? I don't get it.
Oh, what was that?
The fan is very toxic nowadays. It's not like the way they used to be like back in the day, but now it's crybaby. They crybabies.
Not just the fans. Not just the fans.
They're
but
very
writers,
ungrateful. Very ungrateful. Even the creative team, they.
All right, let's see. Let's see. What do I want to hear? People's. All right, you know what? Since we have the time, I really don't want to talk about it, but I want to hear everybody else's side to it.
Okay.
Let's talk Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm ready. I can talk about Chris Benoit all day. Same way, like
y'all really want to go there? Y'all want to go there?
I can go way there.
We have a good 10 minutes left. So I want to hear everybody's opinion. I don't really like to talk on the subject because
I know
being a kid.
But I don't mind. I don't really care because I could talk about this man all day, even though the man's been gone for 15 years?
Yep. So since you're the one who said you don't got a problem first, go ahead.
First podcast.
All right. So
This
here's
is our
how I
first
went. Like I
podcast.
said, Chris Benoit is one of the best wrestlers and the most technical wrestler, hands down, no question about it. So when Eddie passed away, I'm pretty sure Axel saw this on Dark Side of the Ring. Remember when Chavo called him and told him that Eddie passed? Did you see him lying on the floor there? And there's somebody for 10 years that you've seen.
Yep.
I think that was the day Chris Benoit died. And
Listen, I'll say this. I'll say this one thing because it's just amazing. Because if you guys like follow me and see my videos, like sometimes I put my girl in the videos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One day we were sitting down. I was
Yeah.
watching the Eddie Guerrero stuff, and then I explained to her the Chris Benoit situation. And then we were watching the WWE Network, and I was explaining to her like any match that he's in, they won't say anything about him.
He'll be in the match.
They'll just say like the match I'm talking about. It said Triple H in singles competition, and I'm like, singles competition. And then she just from her watching the way he looked, like the match before he passed, you could just see it in his eyes, bro. Like from somebody who didn't even watch wrestling or know their story, just from me telling them, like she was just like, yo, you could see it. She was so upset. She was like, how did nobody check on this man? It was the match against Triple H, because if you guys remember how it started, he looked at Chris Benoit and he went like this. He pointed at his heart and then he was like, yo, like Eddie's still here. But like from somebody who doesn't watch it, is like she could just tell, like, why did nobody check on this man?
The only person that checked on him more was Chavo and Chris Jericho and William Regal. Those were the only people that only checked on him to see if he was good. And Chris lied to them, saying, "No, I'm fine. I don't. I'm doing good." And they still joke around him. And then they couldn't even. As if you haven't watched Talk is Jericho, they said that he wouldn't even laugh when they tell jokes.
And that's what I'm saying. From somebody who didn't even know the situation, my girl could just see it in his eyes, and she's like, "How did nobody know?" And then me as a fan looking back, and I'm like, "Bro, I couldn't even tell back then." And now I see it in this, like, it was right there.
So
like,
wait,
you just see it in his face. Like, I agree with you. When he saw his body, Chris Benoit died right there.
Mm-hmm. So
that was
like,
his friend. That was his life.
What was your reaction when Vince came out with the tribute show and he told
you mean
the whole world?
You mean when he blew up and then we all thought he was dead, and then
Actually, there was supposed to be, and Hornswoggle in an interview said it was supposed to be a funeral for Vince.
Listen, as a kid, I used to go on to WWE.com every day. The day after he blew up, on WWE.com, they made it so real. They were like, "Oh, Shane and Stephanie, the first time they'll have to have Father's Day without their father." And I'm like, yo, this man is really dead. And then you come home, you get ready for Raw, and it's like, Chris Benoit has died. And I'm like, wait, what the? You can't even process the first thing, because as a kid, you're like, wait, ain't you supposed to be dead?
Right. But then, did you think? What was your reaction when he like just put it out there to the WWE universe? Like, what was your mind setting when they said Chris died, and we didn't know what was happening?
The only thing was knowing something was different, because when Eddie passed, we had fans. We had everybody standing outside. When Chris passed, no show, empty house, just some of the super. So it was always that. So what the hell's going on? And then you find out. And I just couldn't believe it.
But then the 2 days later, they came out with results of what actually happened.
And then fans decided not to mention Benoit for forever now. So it's like,
when Vince came out and said no more mentioning of him, that was the last time they ever mentioned that man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
If you go on
I
WWE,
have a question. So,
go ahead.
So knowing what Benoit did, you being a father, like, what goes through your mind?
Honestly, the one thing that goes through my mind is that I hope that the conspiracy that what's his name killed them,
Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan, because I just can't. But then growing up and seeing cases with Aaron Hernandez and and all the brain damage and all this, and then you go back and you watch the way he wrestled, all the headbutts, and it's
Chair
like,
shot to the head,
it's like-
the table.
it's like this man was really crazy, and all he needed was that one thing to just
The brain damage fucked him up. The brain damage fucked him up. Killing him.
it kills me because I just can't. It's just like to just think or image it like that he really killed his child, and it's like, bro, there's no
way.
You
like
kill your innocent child, like for no reason, like.
So this is what happened. I watched Autopsy on Reels. So what happened to him? What happened to his child? You're gonna be shocked. He drugged him and then suffocated him.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what exactly happened. You guys watch the Dark Side of the Ring, a documentary on Ryan Watts?
I already watched it both seasons.
Yeah,
Back at it countless times.
I cried, bro. I look at his son's face and I'm just like, bro. And that's another topic. Honestly, F WWE, bro, because that man did nothing.
Yeah.
Like that man is a victim, bro. Like you guys treat him like he's the one who did. Like, bro, it's his father's issue. Why is he treated like that, bro?
Right. Jericho said,
and I thank God for Jericho, Chavo, that they still check on this man till this day. Because he could be right next in line, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on. He did nothing.
Even Natalia, even
Chris
Natty Hart.
his son.
Screw the fact that he lost his father. He lost his little brother, bro.
Yeah, Chris Benoit, his son. Listen, this dude, I feel for the dude because he wants to be a pro wrestler like his dad. But I feel for him because we can all agree, as long as he goes under Chris Benoit Jr., he's not going to get signed anywhere. There's no way. He's not going to get signed.
Yeah.
It's not even about he could change
It's not
his
even
name,
about
bro.
that, right?
If you watch the documentary, bro, you're looking at Chris Benoit right in the face. His son looks just like him.
Yes.
You can change the name. He's a spitting image of Chris Benoit, bro. And then that alone, like he has to look at himself in the mirror and he still sees his father. It's like,
so when I get deep into him, I get deep into the subject, the more I get into interest of what happened is, did they know? Does Vince know?
The more you find out.
Like, it's just like with the Montreal screw job. Does Vince know he messed up? Same thing with Chris. Does he know that he messed up?
like I said, my girlfriend, from somebody who didn't know the story, only from he said, she even saw it in his eyes. Like, how did nobody check this man? You could see that he was not okay. I'm telling y'all, go watch it.
I've seen it.
Look at this man's eyes, bro. Look at this man's eyes. He was gone. That's why I agree with him. When he saw Eddie, he died right there with him. He died right there with him.
Mind you,
the only time he did show emotion was when he was. My bad. Go ahead.
He held it inside for 2 years. 2 years straight. 2 years, bro.
So with Benoit, the only time he showed emotion was when he was talking about Eddie on Monday Night Raw. I think that's the last time. I think that was the last moment where we saw Benoit officially, like, just letting Benoit be free. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen grown men cry, but I've never seen a grown man break down like that. Because that was
I've never seen a guy.
I've never seen a man break down like that.
No.
I've never seen a guy whimper as bad as Benoit did.
That's what I was gonna say. It was a huge wail. Like, it was like somebody snatched his heart out of his body when Eddie died.
You can feel it too. You can feel it. If you watch it right now, you can feel Benoit like suffering. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, in all seriousness, did he do it? It's just the thing. Like, to this day, people still don't know. Like, did he really do it?
I think it's like a Tupac theory. We will never know who did what. I think Vince knows, but he will never release it for a fact. Because Vince literally is the WWE. You mean to tell me he's gonna know nothing about it? No, he knows. He just won't release it for the sake of the Benoit fans, for the sake of the confidentiality of Kevin Sullivan, if it is true, just for the sake of WWE in general. Because let's say if he didn't do it, right, and Vince releases it, you're gonna have so many people bashing the WWE because they're portraying Benoit to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
And he's not the bad.
You can't win in this
I mean,
situation. Can't win in
Who
this
was it?
situation.
Who was it? Jimmy Snuka that stuff just came
Yeah.
out about?
That's another one.
You telling me Vince had no idea about that at all?
And we can agree to this.
Come on.
Vince knows everything, bro.
And hey, we can also agree to not only what happened to Chris, but we can also agree what happened to Owen Hart. And he still got away with it.
It's a shame that they don't want to put him in the Hall of Fame for something that they did.
It's not
If you guys
him.
don't
It's
know,
his wife. It's his wife. His wife doesn't want him in the
If you
Hall
guys,
of Fame.
if the young viewers don't know about it, Owen Hart was forced to do something he did not want to do.
Yep.
That's basically it. He was forced to do something he didn't want to do. He felt something bad was going to happen, and it led to his death. And to this day, WWE, from the WWE Network, from YouTube, from even VHS tapes, you will never find the true incident of Owen Hart falling.
Yeah.
You won't find it.
Yeah.
You won't find it.
There's two things on the WWE.
You only find audio.
The two things that you won't find on the WWE Network. You won't find Chris Benoit's tribute show, the last times he was on WCW.
And I went to check, and it is just highlights of Raw.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Because I tried to show my girl. It's just highlights of Raw from that year.
They do have it on YouTube. They do have it on YouTube.
They have it on YouTube, but they don't have Chris Benoit tribute show, the moments that he was around, and they don't have Owen Hart. They don't have Over the Edge 1999. Those are the things that they don't have.
I wonder why.
Vince knows.
McMahon is a bad man. He is a bad man. That's all I gotta say.
I can talk about Chris all day. You have no idea how much I got into Chris Benoit's murder suicide. You have no idea.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm still trying to figure it out to this day.
A future podcast could be superstars Vince McMahon fucked up on. Could be another one. I wouldn't mind talking about that. That could be a full episode.
I heard Stone Cold talked about it one time. He said he talked about it one time and he didn't mention it at all. The only people that talk about him is Chris Jericho. That's the only person that ever talks about Chris Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
Paul
Heyman said fuck Chris Benoit.
WWE. I think this was on the WWE 2K. It wasn't a podcast. I think it was a showing of the new WWE 2K game, and there was fan Q&A. CM Punk and everybody was there, and the fan asked straight up, "Are you guys trying to remove Chris Benoit from history?" And I credit CM Punk for saying this. He said, "We're not trying to remove Chris Benoit from history. We're trying, but from what they know about what he did, they just don't feel the need to talk about him because you can't praise a dude that did what he did." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking
this podcast turned dark quick.
I could talk about
question.
if the only person that would speak about to Chris if he was still here would be Eddie, and Eddie's not here. That's the only man he ever spoke
I
to.
miss Eddie with a passion.
But if Eddie was here, Chris would still be here.
That's what I'm trying to say. Eddie, if Eddie was still alive, he would still be with Chris, and Chris could have been Chris Benoit could have been in the Hall of Fame. But did you remember this part of Dark Side of the Ring? Jim Ross was told, "Does Chris Benoit belong in the Hall of Fame?" He said no, because if Chris was here,
he would say no.
Chris was here. If Chris was here, he would probably have said the same thing.
You can't put him in the Hall of Fame without remembering what he did.
Right.
Exactly. Like I said,
You know
I've
who's
never
still
in
the Hall of Fame? Oh, go ahead.
My bad. I've just never seen like anybody's soul leave their body. Like, I promise to all you viewers, man, to all you young kids out there, if you are really interested in this topic, I suggest you start with watching Chris Benoit talking about Eddie. Because when I say you can feel his pain, you can feel his voice, you can see his soul leaving his body, I promise you, you literally can. I've never seen a grown man just whimper and just die on the spot.
And Chris,
I've never seen that. I have never seen that.
And they talked about how Chris reacted at the funeral. Chris Jericho said that he was hugging him and his suit was wet, like it was so through the shirt. And he said he's never seen that person. He's never seen that much emotion.
Yep.
And he was at Eddie's house one day, and he was like at his gym. He was on the side of his bed, and he was hugging his pillow and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm like, this man is emotional. He's showing his emotion. He was crying more than 51.
Yeah.
Yep. If that tribute, if anybody remembers that tribute, obviously you remember Eddie had a huge impact, literally on everybody in the wrestling community. From Jabo, obviously Dad's nephew, to even Edge. You had a guy like Edge choking up, but everybody's reaction and that whole tribute for Eddie was overshadowed by the emotion of Benoit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all everybody remembers, because I remember Shelton Benjamin having a match. I remember Kane and Big Show having a tag team match when they were champs, but you don't really remember the whole show unless you talk about Benoit.
Yep.
And
there was literally the story of that show.
When the tribute show happened for Chris, the only person that knew what was going on was William Regal. If you go back and watch his emotions, and you can go back and watch how his body language looks like, you can tell like he knew what was going on. He knew what happened. And Regal is a smart man, actually, and I
love Regal.
Mm-hmm. And also Chavo talked about in the tribute show. He talked about the last moments he was with him.
Yep.
He talked about how he never said the text messages, but he said the last thing he said to him was he loved him.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, he said in the documentary too. Like he was texting, and then he said something about like Benoit was acting weird and stuff. It's like, and then the next day he died and all that, and was like, Chavo was shocked because he was.
I can remember.
Yeah,
which is deep. I can get into the subject. I can describe. I can possibly imagine the detectives and all of them inside that house, and you can tell the house is still there, and and I'm surprised it's not been like knocked down or broke or demolished or anything like that after he passed. So when they said it smells like death in here.
Don't remember where I heard this, but there was some phone call audio leak about the Benoit situation.
Yep. It was him talking to people that worked for WWE, and that was pretty much like the last phone call he ever had.
And I'm gonna end it on this. Somebody put on Wikipedia that he was already dead before he actually died.
That's true, and that's not and I totally bash
crazy.
that every single time when I see that.
So let's see. That's definitely gonna have to be the next topic for the next podcast. So
Okay.
I'm gonna let you guys
Do it.
promote yourselves right now before we go.
All right.
You can start from the bottom.
I appreciate you. I love the podcast. I love that
Appreciate you
actual
too, man.
gang.
Let's get it. You're gonna be on here. This is, guys, for the people still here. This is the normal 4 right here for this podcast. So go follow. This is the normal 4. We usually get 2 guests because you can have 6 people up on here. So we're gonna get 2 guests next episode. Go ahead, guys.
All right.
All right. So, thank you for having me. It was a great first episode. I'm Lewis, aka Fear No One Louis V. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram if you want. But tune in for the next podcast. I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. And catch y'all next time.
Got you,
Peace.
bro.
Stay safe.
Peace, bro.
All right. Thank you, Ash, for inviting the Tribal Chief 2.0, the head of the thing. No, for real though. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast. It's been fun talking listening with you guys. It's been an awesome video so far. And tune in for the next podcast. I'll see you soon. We'll talk about. All right, brother. Peace out, bro.
Peace out, bro. Safety.
All right.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. For everybody who's saying add them, this, that, and the fourth, go comment on my latest video so I can see your name. Say add me for podcast, and I will add you. And as soon as I add you, you will get a message from me, and we will talk about the next subjects that we were talking about. I appreciate you guys for coming out. I love y'all all. We the Axe Gang to the fullest, man. Also, New York Giants all day, every day. I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Peace out.